Brian Battle is going to be a real problem. He literally pulled out the Johnny Walker approach. He said, I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to teep kick you a million times, and I'm going to make you close the distance, and every time you do, I'm going to make you pay. And AJ Fletcher, even though he got off some good offense in round one, probably won the first round, as soon as Brian Battle put his foot on the gas, it was pretty much game over from there. What'd you think about this spot, man? Smash spot for Brian Battle.
Smash spot for Brian Battle, Derek, and everybody is finally being put on notice that Pooh Bear is no more, man. The Butcher is here to stay, and Brian Battle put on an absolute performance, even with AJ Fletcher, I agree, still in the round with that last, I think it was a left hook or whatever it was that dropped Battle. Even with him still in that round, it was a majority mauling for Brian Battle all the way up until then, and then all the way through the remainder of the fight. So I think, bro, this was a really good fight for Battle going forward, showing that, yeah, he's now the guy to be noticed, now the guy to be put on, to really be worried about having to fight this dude, because we saw even against the Fletcher, with the size disparity that he had against Fletcher, maintaining that range and knowing how to use the range are two different things. So this is good to see Brian Battle have that cognition and be able to roll through those. Where do you see Brian Battle going, Derek? Is this guy all the way to the top, or is he going to be one of the fighters that's just in the mix for a long, long time?
I think he's still got a little bit of ways to go till you enter that top 15. Only reason being is that we saw what happened with that Rinat Fakhretdinov fight. So when you start getting to these ranked guys that have the big wrestling pedigrees, we might start seeing some problems. But for the person who, I mean, listen, is it fair to say that? Look at what he did to AJ Fletcher. Like I said, AJ Fletcher is legitimately a solid grappler, man. It's just interesting because we see him getting out-grappled. We see him, the classic story that I see in the jiu-jitsu gym of like the wrestler who's really smashing everybody when they're on top, but you get them on their back and everything just melts. And that's kind of what I keep seeing with AJ Fletcher. Brian Battle is another guy where you see him on top, you got some real problems. You see him on bottom, there's not really the same effectiveness that we've seen as of late. I don't know. I hope I eat crow on this one because I think that this dude, what a story, man. Last pick on the Ultimate Fighter, 4-1 in the UFC, 4 finishes. This dude is on a trajectory to be an Ultimate Star. And he got a little bit of mouthpiece on the mic, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Brian Battle. But AJ plus 275 submission prop. Once again, missed heavy on that one. I didn't know if it was going to be a TKO, but I thought that plus 250 decision would have been fire right there. Did you have any confidence in him actually submitting AJ Fletcher?
Nah, not really, Derek. Not really at all. Rear naked choke. It was kind of crazy that we were calling for AJ Fletcher, and sure enough, it ends up being the opposite end. So I didn't see it coming. I definitely thought a ground and pound, was a lot more likely. I definitely liked the finish for Brian Battle. But submission might be a new little arsenal we'll see out of Brian Battle. Hopefully he is able to try to transform from what you're talking about, that wrestler with top pressure, now being able to flip it and still be comfortable on his back and work submissions that way too. Another fold. We'll see if it comes.
Well, he does say in terms of MMA wrestling, he's one of the best guys to do it. MMA grappling, I guess I should say. So shout out to Brian Battle. Big win right here.